So as the last word on Abraham sacrificing Isaac, I made a statement that human sacrifice was something that was still in practice in those days, 2,000 years BC or BCE. But a really sad example of that was later with a king of Israel by the name of Jephthah. And Jephthah was is made reference to a number of times in the Bible, and Jephthah was called by God to lead his army into battle against his enemies. And Jephthah, prayed and prayed, but he also made a vow to God because he wanted to make sure that everything was right. And he vowed to God that when he returned, if he returned from battle victorious, he would sacrifice the first thing he saw upon returning to his palace. And maybe expecting it would be a goat, maybe expecting it would be his wife, who maybe he wasn't too fond of anymore. Unfortunately, it was his virgin daughter who came running out to him to congratulate him on being victorious. And Jephthah thought, "Oh no, I can't do this. I can't do this." And he told her of his covenant that he had made with God, that God had not made with him. And she was sent off for several months. And finally, she came back and said, "You must do what you vowed to your father." And he killed her. He sacrificed his own daughter because it's kind of like step on a crack, break your mother's back. Voodoo. It was sacrifice. It was a horrible incident of sacrifice in the Bible. And don't think everything was neat and tidy. There was a man. It's in Judges 19. And it's fair. You're not going to hear this talked about in church, but it was a man a Levite, and the Levite was the tribe of the laws, and he was traveling through the land of Benjamin, near Bethlehem, and he had taken a concubine that he was bringing home, and it was considered sinful because he was already married, and but he stayed overnight in a town in Benjamin, and the men wanted to have sex with whoever was in the house. He sent out the owner of the home sent out the concubine quietly during the night while the man was asleep, and she was raped, and she died from the abuse. The man was very unhappy. He went back to Ephraim, where he was from. He cut her body up into 12 different pieces and had couriers take them to the leaders of the 12 tribes of Israel and said, "What are we going to do about this?" And most of the tribes turned against the Benjamins, and God told the Israelites, the other Israelite nations, go attack them. They were routed. He said, "Go attack them again." They were routed again. And the third time they pulled an end run and a bait and switch on the Benjamins, and were able to overtake the town where this had happened and killed everyone, which is another Old Testament happy ending. But this is a really strange story, and you'll find it in Judges. And about the time you get to Judges 19:20, it gets very, very gruesome. And I'm not sure what the message here is. I've been reading more and more on it, and it is basically about the wages of sin is death and revenge is sweet. Very interesting, but it came down, to basically him sacrificing what was left of her body to be able to exact a price.